Kasra Dash, how you doing?
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, good to see you here. What have you been working on recently?
I have recently had my SEO conference in the UK. We've been building out the My SEO app. For the first time, I've took a break from doing daily SEO videos, and I actually miss doing daily SEO videos. So we're gonna start that back up again.
Do you know what? Like, if I go a day without making a video, it feels like I haven't been productive in a weird way.
I'm the same. It's almost like when you miss a day at the gym, right? Like you're like, oh, I don't like that feeling. So yeah.
Yeah, and do you know what? It's been the same recently with SEO because it's like it's so easy to create content. You know, we were talking about ranking for some keywords before. It's like if I don't max out the opportunities that I can have day by day, I kind of feel like I'm missing out.
Yeah, it's so I'll tell you a quick funny story. I'm using James's Mac right now, and he's not got all the apps that I've got, the workflows, how I work, because I don't want to just start installing random apps on my mate's laptop, but I completely get it. Like I don't think he's even got Loom on this, so I can't even like record anything to send to my staff. But yeah, it is a mental constraint when you're out of sync with what you actually do every day.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, when you get out of routine, it's like it feels like chaos sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
What have you seen change? I mean, we're halfway through the year now. What have you seen change in SEO recently?
I have seen many people that didn't actively speak about link building and outreach start speaking about link building, outreach, mentions, which is like insane to me, because the very first SEO event I went to was like maybe seven years ago, and you weren't allowed to talk about PBNs, you weren't allowed to talk about link building, you weren't allowed to talk about outreach. These were all kind of like, even if you were talking about it, it was deemed as like quite a dirty thing to do, even though new websites always need backlinks, mentions, off-page SEO, right? I'm now seeing it's almost like the ropes being pulled, where everyone they need to start speaking about it, because otherwise there's a lot of websites that I've seen perform very well in SEO, but they're not performing as well in AI search and AI, like AI mode, ChatGPT, Claude, etc. So it's almost like the tables have turned. What do you think to that?
There's definitely been some table turning. Yeah, I would say 100% that's the game now. Like when I look at, for example, the SERPs now, it's so different because it's all about mentions as well. It's like if you're not in that top box with the mentions, how many people are going to scroll all the way down to the 10 links? I don't think very many. And then also, I've just seen where it's like, I think we were talking about this a couple of years ago, where YouTube, ranking with YouTube and then ranking with SEO was kind of like something we started experimenting with a couple of years ago. But now it seems like that is the ultimate combination. It's like backlinks, then the content, then the YouTube content, and you combine them all together, and then you can get in the AI search.
Yeah, it's a very interesting angle, because a lot of SEOs are now being pushed into thinking more along with like brand. So like having an active Facebook page, I don't know, worrying about what people say about you on Reddit, for example. It's very interesting. I feel like a lot of SEOs are not all, but there's a few that are like stuck to their ways, and they're like, yeah, it's still just content and links. And it's like, well, yes, but if, say, for example, someone was to search for brand space review, cross pilots are being pulled in, Reddits are being pulled in, maybe Facebook posts are being pulled in. So it's very much like I said it on another podcast the other day. It's very much becoming a brand engine as opposed to like a search engine. Like how well perceived is your brand?
Yeah, that's something else I've seen as well. For example, we have like 4 different websites from agents, and then we have 5 different websites in the AI space. But when I look at which of those websites from each is working the best, it's like juliangoldie.com, that's linked directly to my main YouTube, and then aiprofitboarding.com, which is something people are actively searching for as a brand anyway. As they seem to, I mean, they all rank okay, but those 2 websites rank the best.
Yeah, that's probably down to the fact that you are mentioning them a lot in YouTube videos. Like I'm going to assume that every single day you're probably pumping out 1 or 2 or maybe 5 videos saying like, hey, get this SOP and AI profit boardroom, get this link building audit at juliangoldie.com, for example. So yeah, I get it. Like the number one thing that helps big time with a website now is like how many actual, not bots, how many actual people are searching for Julian Goldie or whatever brand that you've got.
Yeah, 100%. And then the other thing that I've seen is just having different channels where you're posting videos for those keywords ranks really, really well. And that might be, for example, not just having like a separate channel on YouTube, but also having a Reddit subreddit where you're linking to the video itself. That sort of stuff can rank really.
Yeah, it's I don't know if you've been doing much. I'm probably sure you have actually. Natively uploading as well. So like natively uploading your videos to Facebook, Twitter, wherever platforms you can get. I don't know why, but Facebook prefers. Oh, well, actually, I'll tell you why. Facebook prefers their videos being uploaded as opposed to getting people to link away from Facebook, mainly because if you upload a 25-minute video onto Facebook, they're probably going to push out free ads throughout the video, and Facebook obviously earn money from the ad revenue. So, yeah, I suppose it makes sense. But again, that comes down to branding. I feel like every brand should be doing that, like uploading natively to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube.
Yeah, that makes total sense to me. It's just easy, isn't it? You can get a virtual assistant to do it for you, whatever.
Yeah.
Like LinkedIn as well. LinkedIn is always, I mean, even now, LinkedIn still ranks really well.
Yes, it does. I've seen a lot of LinkedIn posts actually doing very well.
Yeah, definitely. How's your event going? You've scaled up to 250 people, right?
Yes, it's I mean, every year we've grown. So before, like the very first one that you attended was like 50 people, then it was 70. Last year it was in Manchester at 150, and this year was 250. So we're gradually growing. We're gradually annoying a lot of people, but it's part of the game.
You're going to be packing out MEN soon.
Well, SEO might be dead by then, mate.
That's true. It's died a few times already.
But yeah, it's good to grow something like that. But the one thing is it is like 8 or 9 months of planning for 3 days worth of work. So yeah, like at some point I think I'm gonna hire like a dedicated team for that. And then I'll take a step, not fully back, but if there's any like major decisions that needs to be made, I'll make those. And then the team can take care of like the daily tasks.
Yeah, that makes sense. I saw that with when I went to SEO Estonia with Kyle, it was like so well organized, but I think they had a full team behind it, just handling everything for them.
Yeah, so like I think on the day I would probably need like a stage manager, which will be the guy that like says like, hey Julian, you're on at 1 p.m, get to the stage at 12:45, we'll mic you up, do a mic test, etc. I was probably doing the job of like 9 staff on the actual day. I was running around like a headless chicken. I've actually got my I think I'd done 13 kilometers just walking around in the hotel. So I done a half marathon on that day in a 3-piece suit, and it was 34 degrees heat. So yeah, I lost a couple kilograms that day.
Are you still building out your own websites as well, or?
Yeah. So can I share my screen?
Yeah, of course. Go
All
for
right.
it.
Let's show the world what I showed on the day of the conference. So let me know when you can see the screen.
I've got it.
So very, very quick story for the people, right, that have never heard or seen of me. There was a joke that went round and it went viral about Kasbula Dash, right? And as you can see here, you've got kasbula.co.uk. This is me, or well, it's technically meant to be my sister, but it's a picture of me. And again, this is it all in all of its glory. So this was all done by Craig Campbell. So he set up like 4 or 5 websites. He set up like a Wikipedia page. He released a book. I don't recommend reading the book because I believe it's a load of crap. But he built out this entire entity, and I was like, right, fuck, how can I get back at him for this? So I ended up setting up craigbula.co.uk, the best belly dancer in Manchester. But so this website was just for a joke. Yeah.
Does it rank for dancer in Manchester?
So if we do best belly dancer Northwest, where is it? So, I mean, we've got another one of my websites ranking above the AI overviews. So we've got Craig Billa there.
Oh, that is amazing.
But the issue you've got, or well, the issue that I had is Craig had acquaintances, so it wasn't just Craig. So I set up James Billa. This is another one. Then we had set up Corey Billa. In fairness, Corey didn't do.
That picture of James is terrifying.
This one. So this is Corey Billa. So I set up 6 websites for my talk in Masterminders, and then I set up a 7th website, which is like almost like a directory, and then this is like bestbellydancers.co.uk. But like if we even search for like best belly dancer, I think if we go to images, yeah, you've got like Corey there. You've got Victoria. So this is another one of the websites that I set up.
So you're actively ranking in the AI overview in Google and the images with the setup, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you a very funny story. So these websites were all built with Claude, right? By the way, cut me off if I'm going off time and stuff, right? But
oh, good, man. Loving it.
I set up these 6 different websites, and I stupidly at the time forgot that Claude has like a black box. So like a black box is like Claude knows that it's talking to Julian Goldie, right? And it knows that that Julian Goldie runs the AI Profit Boardroom, or my Claude would know that I run the Masterminders, my SEO app, etc. Right? It's just information that Claude knows about you. Now, when I set these websites up, it's got this check availability, right, and it links to a WhatsApp. This was linking to my WhatsApp on all of these websites. So somebody filled in the form, right, and it said like, I'll paraphrase it, but it was something along the lines of, hey, I've got a wedding in July 2027. Can I book you to be the belly dancer for some nightly entertainment? I don't know which website it came from. I'm hoping it wasn't craigbula.co.uk, because why would you want Craig as the belly dancer for your wedding? So that was one instance. And then the night of prior to me doing this talk and this presentation, literally, I think it came in at like 11 p.m. or something like that. It was a woman that saw this website, which is like a directory, and she said like, hey, my SEO agency has told me I need more directory websites and listings. Can you list me on this? So I could have, I actually got a lead for a belly dancer. For I don't know, I could have charged them $3,000 or whatever. And then
you're in the wrong business.
Exactly. And the second one was somebody actually wanted to get listed on this directory website. And like if we search for like the when was the domain registered, like these domains are brand new.
There's a couple of ways you could have monetized that, right? Like selling the mentions on there in the directory, and then also selling the leads.
Exactly. So this was Friday the 12th of June 2026. I registered it. So it's not even been like 1 month, and it started to generate some form of inquiry and traction. Maybe what I'll do is I'll change the WhatsApps to Julian's. So if anyone wants a belly dancer, they can get in touch. So yes, to answer your question, I am still building out websites. I've obviously done these for a joke. I've done it for the presentation and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm still building websites. It's actually, with AI, it's become a lot easier and quicker that you can scale out a lot more websites.
It's crazy as well. Like I can't remember the last time I logged into a website, because I just get the agents to just go straight there. Yeah.
So what I done with those websites is I built them out using Codis, which is Ferry's agentic AI coding tool. And then that automatically pushes it to Cloudflare pages, and it then connects the domain. Like those weren't even WordPress websites. Like it's just so simple now.
Yeah, that's what I did with Netlify. I find Netlify is pretty good.
Yeah.
Something else that we did as well recently was like I wanted to track the sales that I get from school, but from Instagram and from LinkedIn and that sort of thing. So we set up like a separate website just for Instagram and Facebook with like a full, really long landing page on a separate domain, so that when the sale comes through, we can track it. That sort of stuff is really easy to do as well now.
Yeah, I remember you showed me the trick. This is like going back 2.5 years now, where you use your YouTube UTM, like the YouTube watch. I think it's like youtube.com/watch, and then it's like equal, and then it's like 8 or 9 digits. You use that in your contact form, so you can see like which video has gotten you leads. This is one thing I would 100% recommend for anyone that's trying to get into YouTube, because Julian early on told me like, hey, there's certain videos that you do that might get 100 views, but might bag you like 8 or 9 leads. But then on the contrary, you might do a video and it might get you 6,000 views and it might only get you 1 lead, right? So the videos that get you more views, those are the ones that you want to try and redo further down the line. I remember like that took me so long to set up initially. Like I use Go High Level for that, but it took me so long to set that up. Now you can literally just say to Claude, like, this is what I want. When somebody submits a lead form, for example, do it this way, and it just does it. But yeah, it's become so much easier to track things. I think the biggest issue that we've got now, because I am outdated with the amount of leads that I get, it's the tracking. Like, where have they come from? How have they seen me? Is it Facebook? Is it Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever?
Yeah, that's it. It's really, there's some interesting platforms for that. Like, for example, School, you know, the platform for the communities, it's like you can see where every single sale comes from, and it'll break down the analytics like in the best way I've seen possible. But then for other platforms, like, for example, if you've got a CRM like Go High Level, we literally just have to have a full-time VA who's just checking how many leads came through, how many organic, where did the sales come from? Because it's literally hours and hours of work of just manually clicking through everything.
Yeah, it's not great at all.
Not at all. No. What about any particular? Are you still like creating your own sort of monetized websites? Any particular niches that you're interested in?
Yeah. So we obviously spoke at the start of last year, and I basically said to Julian, like, I'm done with like doing client SEO. I'm more so doing SEO for my own assets. So Casual Dash website, I've invested in an accountancy firm, I've invested in like a manufacturing company. All of those, yes, the team has built out a lot of websites for those. But anything like I don't necessarily like to touch affiliate, because it's just, I feel like it's not dead in the water, but like setting up a website like back in 2022 and 2021, it was so easy to rank for all of these terms, like best head trimmers or best lawnmowers, etc. Not necessarily doing any more affiliates. I'm more so doing websites that are attached to an actual business, and a business that I actually own.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's kind of more like, these are like long-term plays, aren't they, with SEO, where you're partnering with someone and then you do the SEO side and you grow it together.
Yes, exactly that. Do you know what? I don't actually mind the idea of what you've done in the AI space, of like owning or trying to own everything in that space. I quite like that. But again, that's very similar, because you own the skill group, you own the websites, and you're basically doing lead generation for your skill groups. So yeah, that business model is really good. It's the fact that, like, if you're an affiliate for, let's say, Bet365, you don't
good
own
luck
the,
with that, mate.
Yeah, you don't own the traffic, you don't own the leads, you don't own a mailing list. Like, you're basically just a rented billboard at that point.
Yeah, that's it. And you're basically working for them, aren't you? I mean, I think that's what a lot of affiliates who were doing Amazon SEO before was like. It was like they just woke up mid 2021 and realized they were working for Jeff Bezos, and he just cut all the margins.
Yeah, I mean, so the one caveat, like, gambling industry is a little bit different, because you do get continuous rev share. So like you could earn monthly, even if, like, let's say you lost your website today, you got manual action, whatever, you still build up your actual affiliate account. So let's say I referred you to Bet365 and you're continuously betting to them, I'll still earn every single month, right? That's a little bit of a different beast, but yeah, trying to get like Amazon affiliate to work now is like so difficult.
Yeah. And what's the play with YouTube? Are you fully out the game, or are you coming back?
No, no,
Probably a lot of people.
I'm coming back, mate. I'm coming back. Yeah, I feel like you're the guy that like has the rope round me, and you're like, come on back, mate.
We're back in the game.
So the 1 or 2 months before Masterminders, so I think I done a video every single day from October till about April. Even when I was like on holiday in the farms of Vietnam, I was still doing daily videos, right? It's just the last like maybe 60 days up until the Masterminders, like I just need to be fully focused on making certain everything's organized. So yeah, we'll start uploading soon. Don't you worry. We'll be back in the game.
And what sort of tools are you using now? I know you mentioned a lot about Claude. Do you still find yourself using tools like Ahrefs and Screaming Frog? I know you're a big fan of before. What are you working on these days?
I think I'm gonna do a re-shift of the channel. I'll probably speak to you on it like before I start doing daily videos, because there's certain things that you do videos on and you're like, that's really helpful, but it's like so advanced that like everyone's like, what the hell is this guy talking about? He's talking about a frog that screams, like what's that? So yeah, if I was to go back to doing daily videos, I think it would need to be like impact driven things that you can watch, take action on, SOPs, stuff like that. When it comes to tools, I don't think I've logged into Ahrefs for like 2 months.
I rarely use it now. Yeah.
I think the only thing that it's good for personally is the backlink analysis, seeing what links your competitors have. Apart from that, like content wise, I mean it's okay, but it's nothing that I would go into and try and do like keyword research. I feel like, I mean, I could be terribly wrong here. I feel like I'm skilled enough to do keyword research without a keyword research tool.
Yeah, that makes sense. I also feel like there's some really good open source alternatives where you could get better data. I'll give you an example. So like we built out this agent operating system, plugged in a Google Workspace API from our own Google Search Console data. And it's like, just with that, I can look through, okay, what are we getting impressions for, but we're not getting clicks for, that we don't have a dedicated page for. It's like, okay, let's plug those keywords into the system. And that gives you way better data than something with Ahrefs, particularly I think for me, because I'm in a niche where all the searches are so new, you wouldn't find anything on Ahrefs anyway. It's just way too new.
Yeah. So that's another issue you've got with like Ahrefs and also SEMrush as well. Like they buy data, I don't know, let's say every 6 months or every 4 months. So for 3 months, it's kind of like not old data, but it's like outdated. It's not got all the new stuff. Like the best example that I can give you on that is, do you remember fidget spinners like way back when they blew up? I don't think they got the search volume for fidget spinners for like 6 months back then. And then by the time they got it, they were like, oh yeah, it's getting 12,000 searches per month. By the time they got that data, that fad or that trend had already died. So it was actually more like 3,000 searches per month.
That makes sense. Sorry, carry on. Okay.
So yeah, you've always kind of got that issue. So yeah, you've always kind of got that issue with keyword research tools. I'm intrigued to know like the setup that you've got with the open source, because that sounds quite cool.
Yeah, so like there's 2 things I've been working on. Like number one is the Google Workspace data.
Oh, and one more thing. No. No, go on.
So there's something called Open SEO. And Open SEO is trending on GitHub right now. It's like a really cool tool where you can basically build your own Ahrefs and you just plug in data for SEO. So there's an API called data for SEO, super cheap. And then you can build your own AI rank tracker. You can build your own SEO keyword tracker. And it can even track like backlinks and stuff like that. So I'll give you an example. Like you could use that for your own data, which is really, really cool. Or if you have an agency and let's say you're selling to clients, you could actually use that as a lead magnet. So you get people to put in all the data and they're like, we'll give you a free SEO audit, but then they have to put in their email address to receive it. And they're all of a sudden in the funnel.
That is very cool. I've not heard of Open SEO, but I'm gonna install it and have a play around after that.
it's pretty cool because you can you just give the GitHub and the API key for for SEO to Claude, and then Claude will just have your website set up in like 10 minutes.
Wow. Yeah, that's super cool. I didn't even know you could do that. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. Well, what other cool so here's one for you. Are you using Hermes bot or OpenClaw?
Oh yeah, Hermes. OpenClaw is dead to me. Well, it's not dead to me, but I can't even bear to look at it because I've spent so many hours trying to fix it.
I don't know if I've told you this, but obviously everyone said go and get a Mac Mini, which I did do. I blame Anton for that, but no, do you know what? It wasn't even Anton, it was the other guy.
Alex Finn.
Yeah, it was Alex Finn, right? I saw I think he'd done like a 25-minute video, and I saw like 2 minutes. I'm like, right, I'm getting a Mac Mini. It's going to change my life. Set up OpenClaw, that took like 4 hours. And then I set it all up like with WhatsApp and everything. And I also used Claude. I don't know which one it was, maybe like 4.5 at the time. It was like the top end Claude version at the time. And I'm like, this is absolutely amazing. I don't need any more staff. It can do everything. I'm going to be living on a beach, sipping a coconut while this is doing all my work. And then after about 48 hours of using it, so 2 days, I got hit with like a £700 API bill. And I'm like, oh, that's expensive. It's cheaper to keep the staff. So then I went and used, is it ZSH, the Chinese LLM?
Yeah, isn't this the one that you said was like, if you drop Claude on its head?
Oh man, like if you dropped Claude out of the Empire State Building, it fell on its head, and then you went and collected all of the pieces, and then went back up and dropped it again. Like you would like, I'm not over exaggerating with this, right? So basically, for the people that have never used OpenClaw, or maybe some people just do not know what we're talking about, right? OpenClaw is like an AI that lives on your computer, and then you connect it into like different LLMs. So originally I was using a very expensive one, and I was like, I can't run this because I'm going to need to sell my house in like 5 days just to keep this going. So I removed Claude, and I went to like, I think it was like the 5th or 6th best one, and it was like really cheap. So it was like $90 for like a quarter or something like that. So I used that, and I'm like, right, how terrible can it be from going number 1 to like number 5 on the list? And like, you would ask it like, what time is it? And it would like get the time zones wrong. And you would say, hey mate, I'm in the UK time zone, and it would still get it wrong. You would tell it like, hey, send me a text message on WhatsApp at 5 p.m. or like wake me up at 8 p.m. on WhatsApp, or give me a call or whatever. It just wouldn't call you. It would say like, oh, sorry, mate, I fell asleep. You would give it like basic tasks. Like it couldn't browse the internet. It was honestly, it was like looking after a 6-month child.
The other thing as well was like, I was doing a lot of live streams at the time, and I'd spend hours configuring it perfectly for the live stream to show like something absolutely mind-blowing. And then I get on the live stream, I'm like, guys, you got to see this. And then it just breaks instantly. I spend about 30 minutes on the live stream, just like...
Do you remember the...
Yeah, it happened to us, right?
So OpenClaw dropped, and I was like in the office, and Julian was like, mate, let's do a joint live stream. It'll be insane. I've got it configured. So I was like maybe 10 minutes late to this live stream. So he sent me the link on WhatsApp. I joined as soon as I could. And he's like knee deep in like the terminal trying to fix something during a live stream. I'm like, this just is not a great watch, Julian. So like, I then get on, and I'm like, all right, let's just use my OpenClaw, and you give me the prompt. So like, yeah, like I was almost like this the hero on the horse that just came in and saved that live stream. But I feel bad for anyone that was watching that, because honestly, you were like restarting it, doing command line prompts, everything. Yeah, that was a terrible stream.
There were moments during that era when people would like comment, is this just a live stream where I watch you fix stuff? You know, like that was literally. But you know, the weird thing is about that is like OpenClaw, it really only popped off sort of February, but it feels like a year ago. Like it feels like a long time ago.
I feel like there's almost like a new time spectrum for AI, because like even, I don't know, Claude 4.5 feels like it was a year ago, but it was only like
Yeah.
5 months ago.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And also the search volumes like that. Like if you make a video about a certain topic today or within hours of that release, it'll get 10 times more views than if you make it like 12 hours later. Like if you just go to sleep at the wrong time, your video is a mess. You're not going to get the same view.
Yeah, so here's one. Do you have like trends set up? Like Google Trends, where like if something pops off, or like where are you getting this information from? Because I almost imagine Julian Goldie locked up in a room, pitch black, with just like Twitter open.
Twitter is by far the best place. Like even Google Trends, I don't think it's going to give you the same real-time data that you get from Twitter. I actually set up something with Hermes Agent. It's called the Hermes Oracle, where it pulls in the latest Twitter news. And it's scheduled for as soon as I wake up. So as soon as I wake up, I log in, see all the news that's just popped up, and it's so useful because you can see the headlines and they're categorized by what's trending the most right now. And then it's like so easy to find the right topics.
Right, that's interesting. And I've not been watching any YouTube at all in the last like couple of weeks. Have you?
Whoa. I thought you watched every single video I put out there, man.
I will. It's on my watch later. You'll just get a text message. I'm on video 98 of the day, mate. Have you went back to doing more SEO videos? Because I remember we had this conversation a couple of weeks back, or maybe last month.
Yeah, so I do like one SEO video per day. You know, it is really interesting. So for example, there's so much less demand, but it converts so much better when you do SEO content, because it depends like on what ecosystem you've got. But for me, for example, we've got the AI Profit Boardroom, tons of SEOs in there. And then we've got the agency, which has its only SEO. And so it's quite interesting because it converts almost 2 or 3 times better than any other video.
Yeah, that's what I've found personally. Like, for example, consultations, people that want help with, I don't know, link building, etc. It's a very high converting audience. I think the biggest thing is it's probably just, and I could be wrong in saying this, I think there's like 3 SEOs that do daily videos on YouTube. Like I think it's probably me, you, or well, I'll remove myself from the list, right? But I think it's like you and maybe Jackie Chow, and that's it.
It's very hard. Yeah, it's really hard to find. There's a few others, but if you look at the amount of views they all get, it's really tiny. But then you look at the amount of money they make and you're like, wow, okay, well, that's pretty impressive. So it's interesting. I mean, like Jackie Chow as well, you look at his videos and he'll be the first to admit it, like doesn't get a lot of views, but very, very good at monetizing.
Yeah, he's set up a few different services, I believe. Jackie Chow.
Yeah, he's like churning out the SaaS tools as well.
Yeah. What's your free go-to AI tools for workflow?
Yeah, so I mean, number one is Claude for sure.
What, you don't use ChatGPT?
So actually, I do use ChatGPT on a daily basis, but purely for imaging. I can almost guarantee those images on your website were ChatGPT, right?
No, that's actually Craig in a belly dance. No, yes, it was. It was, yeah. ChatGPT Image 2.0 is insane.
Yeah, so good. So that Claude, and then I mean, I basically built my own sort of custom tool. It's called the Agent Operating System. And so that's stacked everything in. So like, for example, if you're using Hermes Agent and if you're in the terminal, you're in the desktop app, it's not customized, doesn't have any of your workflows, and you can't even see anything that you've created. Like if you create something amazing today, you put it in your downloads folder. Whereas, for example, with this, you can segment every workflow. So we have like an email outreach tool that we built with Hermes, and you just go in the Hermes tab and it's right there. Or the Hermes Oracle, or for example, we have a Hermes Jarvis system where you can literally voice activate the agent, get it to control your computer and all that sort of stuff.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty insane. Are you still using
HeyGen? Yeah, we use HeyGen for the avatar videos. Although I'm cutting back more and more on those because again, like I think they get a lot of views, but they don't convert well if the quality is not. So we had a bunch of editors we've just had to let go recently just because the quality wasn't there.
I see. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I was never really a fan of AI Julian Goldie, if I'm being honest. The AI avatar. I don't know.
It's interesting you say that. Like, for example, I saw Kyle Roof did a video as an AI avatar as well, and like the quality is better than mine. Like, it looks beautiful. He's obviously using like the latest version of PageGen for that, or his team is. But I saw in all the comments that it's like, Carl, we want the real you back. I don't like this AI avatar, blah, blah, blah. And I think it's just, we're not open to it. A lot of us as humans are not open to it.
Yeah, I think the best way that I can describe this, are you into your cars at all?
A little bit.
I feel like AI Julian Goldie is like a Tesla. I mean, it's a nice car, but there's just no soul to it. Like I feel like if I went to AI Julian Goldie with my problems, he would give me the solution and just not listen to me. So yeah, he would give me like a task list of things to do.
I think there's something about that. Like, do you know, it's the same, for example, if you have, I'll tell you something else that we changed this year. Like, we used to have a virtual assistant that handled a lot of the responses on the school community. And now it's like only me. Like all the DMs, all the responses in my community and me. And like you say, it's not just about having the answer, but it's about like connecting with people and bringing people together. And you know that from having the Masterminds community as well, right?
Yeah, it's just very weird things. I mean, not weird, but like very simple things. Because I had a guy, he attended last year and he attended this year, and he came up to me and he was like, "Hey, do you know who I am?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course. You're David, so and so. You came last year." He was like, "Oh, you remember me?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course I do." I mean, in fairness, I do have terrible memory. But if I see, so I'm really bad with names. But if I see someone, I'll be like, "Oh yeah, you were at this place at that time." Yes, I can connect the dots. But if a guy just comes up to me and he's like, "Oh, I'm David," or whatever, I'm like, "Hey, nice to meet you, David." So yeah, I think it's just the human touch, and I think that is one thing that's probably going to set us aside from people with no personal brand. I think that's probably why personal brands work very well, because there's that human element, there's that human touch. So yeah, it's an interesting one.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. It's like, also, if I try to think about things from my competitor's perspective. And if I was growing a school community and it's like, okay, you just need to get as much traffic as possible, they probably would put out a lot more avatar content that people actually don't have, because it's just a lazy, easy way forward. And so if I do more human content, well, that's going to help me more. It's always the hardest way to do the most.
I think by the way, don't get me wrong, I think AI avatars can work in certain spaces. Like, I think I was telling you last time, I have been watching a wrestling YouTube channel for like 5 years. That it just does like wrestling news, like, oh, this has happened. Maybe not for 5, maybe like 4 years now. And I only recently, like within the past 2 years, realized that it's an AI voice. Does that make me not want to watch their videos? No, because it still does great news about wrestling. I don't have time to watch 2 hours of Friday Night SmackDown or Raw or whatever, right? So I'll quickly watch a 20-minute video. It substitutes for the 2 hours. It still does a brilliant job. So I think for certain industries, AI avatars can work. But I think if there's like a sale, like I would almost deem like SEO as being like high ticket, especially if you're asking someone for like 4 or 5 grand a month, right? That's pretty high ticket to me. I just don't think you can just roll out AI Julian Goldie or AI Kasra and be like, "Hey, buy my SEO services," and he's got like 10 thumbs and two fucking middle fingers and stuff like that. I just don't think it works. So yeah,
it's pretty fun. I saw there's a YouTuber called AI Code King. I don't know if you've ever seen him. He has like the panda at the front of the start of the video, and he used to have like the 11 Labs default voice, like one of the default voices on 11 Labs that like anyone could use. And then as soon as he switched it to something else, people just like hated on him so much. I saw it all in the comments. I was like, that's quite interesting, because I think as well, there's something about familiarity. Like if they're familiar with the human version of you, they're probably going to miss that if you switch to the AI version.
Yeah.
If you start from that way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's another thing as well. It's like, how did you adopt the channel? If Julian Goldie was creating videos daily and now you swap to AI Julian Goldie, I could see the uproar. But let's say there was AI Juliana Goldie, the female version. If that started off as AI Juliana, you could probably keep rolling with it.
That's what we've seen on some other channels we created. It's like no one complains about that. Why? Because there's no human comparison.
Yes, exactly. I think humans are probably just they're used to certain things. So if it started out as AI, keep it as AI. If it started out as human, keep it as human.
Makes sense. Awesome. Well, Kasra, appreciate you being on, man.
Perfect. Thanks for having me.
And what's the best way for people to get in touch? Should I put the link to your WhatsApp in the?
I was actually hoping for carrier pigeon. No, you can reach me out. You can reach out at kasra-.com. I'll start doing daily videos again. We'll get you on a couple daily videos, Julian.
Yeah, sounds good. And I've been to a couple of your events for Masterminders. I know you're a lot bigger now. The Vietnam and Chiang Mai, the quality of people there, the community is fantastic, honestly.
Yeah. Cheers, mate. Thanks for having me.
All right. Cheers.